Heyo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into a remote version of CHGO Bets Daily here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribing and hitting that thumbs up if you're hanging out with us. I'm Sean Anderson, host of CHGO Bets Daily. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Cody, I've missed this. It's been a while since we've been together gambling. I think it's been since Thursday. How's it been?
Not great, man. I keep losing these parlays by a leg. It's annoying. Then yesterday's wasn't even close. Of course, Horner doesn't get a hit when he's been getting nothing but hits. Swanson, great matchup. Didn't work out for him. Whatever. It is what it is. We're trying to – it's on to a new week, Sean. Positive vibes. You
get a day off today, you know?
Yeah.
You can take the lab gets a break today. You know, you don't have to go into the hit lab. You don't have to craft a Cubs hit parlay. You don't have to put your investment into it. You could wait until tomorrow to get back into that whole zone. So maybe you'll look at it refreshed tomorrow and, you'll hit a winner and you'll be all happy,
Yeah. That said, I did make a White Sox hit parlay today, Sean.
Ooh, that I would not recommend that.
Well, it only has one White Sox player in it and two Blue Jays.
And I thought you picked the good player. So tonight, the Blue Jays and White Sox are facing off against each other. I got a bet on that. Cody's got the hit parlay. Why don't we jump into the hit parlay? Because I got some weird bets today. So let's just give the people the normal stuff today. So the hit parlay, I think you have Matt Chapman.
Yep.
You have who was the other?
George Springer,
and then
the one White Sox is Eloy Jiménez. He's been great his last few games. I know he had a home run over the weekend. Everyone was freaking out about him not having a homer. But against Chris Bassett, it's not a lot of at bats, but in 5 chances, he's batting .600. So he's seen him well in the few chances, and he's playing well right now. So I like him to get a hit today. And then we've talked about it a ton. Matt Chapman has had a hot April. Historically, he's not great against Lance Lynn, but he does have 2 homers against him. So if you don't want, if you want better odds, maybe betting him to hit a homer today is something you might want to do. He's coming off a good game yesterday. And then George Springer, he's hitting .292 and 24 at bats against Lance Lynn, also with a homer. So if you want better odds than plus 270, maybe parlay Springer and Chapman to both hit a homer today, since they've both done it against Lance Lynn before. And Sean, I know you know that Lance Lynn hasn't exactly been lights out, and he's given up some homers early on this season. So again, if you want better odds, maybe single bet Chapman or Springer, or who knows, maybe Eloy hits one today. I don't know, but I do think those are the 3 best hitters you got a chance to get a hit today for this particular game.
Yeah, Chapman at plus 390. The reason why I like Eloy is because you look at the players in White Sox uniforms that have faced Chris Bassett. There are 28 of them in the history of Chris Bassett's career. There is one active White Sox on that list of 28 players, and that is Eloy Jiménez. Tim Anderson has gotten some at-bats against him, but he's on the IL. Yohan Moncada has gotten some at-bats against Chris Bassett, but he's on the IL. So, as you mentioned, Eloy's gotten some hits off of him. He's the only guy who's actually seen Chris Bassett. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't know. I'm nervous about tonight because they're 7-15. Why be hopeful? But Eloy, I like that pick. Nick Foltz, I got that big parlay last night. Did he share that in the Discord? I gotta check that out.
DM'd it to me on Twitter. It was an NBA same game parlay. He put like $3 down to win like 107. So
mercy.
He hit the home run. He went all in on with his $3 last night. Hey, when those hit, it's the best. It's just the odds of them ever hitting never hit. And but hey, I give credit where credit's due. Well done.
That just made up for all the 20 other 1,000 parlays that you lost on.
You just made all your money back, man. You made all your money back. Now it's time to try and go 2-0 with your home run parlay.
If Nick is hot, he's going to go, home run parlay of Devers and Jordan. So we'll see. KPW, our Canadian correspondent, also jumping in the chat. What's up, KPW? And Matthew Lucas saying, hey, guys, not a better, just a sad Sox fan who wants to feel something for the team, even if it's just pain. Hey, I got a little bit of optimism. I got one White Sox bet. Chris Bassett's been bad. And you're right to think Matt Chapman home run. I'm going to look at Chapman total bases as well. Matt Chapman to homer plus 390, Springer to homer plus 450. But I think we might just do Chapman total bases. I wish they gave 1.5 because I think he'll probably double or something. But you only get a half, and that's at minus 150. So maybe hits plus runs plus RBIs for Chapman. But I would definitely bet Chapman in any way that you can or can find value. Chapman over one hit. With Chapman one hit or hits plus RBIs plus runs at 1.5. That's at plus 105. So hey, he gets a home run. There you go. That cashes.
It's a little like scary because he's seen Lance Lynn 17 times in his career and he's only hitting 118. But again, 2 home runs. So there's been the few times where he has seen him well, and I don't follow the White Sox like Sean does, but all I've been seeing is Lance Lynn giving up some dangers lately. So
he's given up 6 this year. You're not wrong. I think the guy that I'm betting on later, Shohei Ohtani to homer, the reason why I'm betting on him is the guy he's going against is giving up 7 home runs. So the bad A's pitcher is 1 home run worse than Lance Lynn, which is probably not good.
Yeah. It's a good transition because I'm betting on that game.
Let's go. Hey,
I'm taking the Angels minus 1.5. It's a little scary because Suarez for the Angels has not been good. And Waldichuk has not been good, even though he was actually kind of good against the Cubs last week. That was his last start. It was against the Cubs last week. He went 5 innings, didn't give up a run. Weird. But it is the A's, and they are bad. And I do think the Angels lineup is a little bit more scary than the Cubs. And I think I'm going to start betting against the A's every single day and see what happens. Yesterday, the one bet I did win yesterday was a 2-leg parlay. I didn't give it out to anyone. I just did it for, just to see if I'm onto something. I took Rangers minus 2, not even 1.5, 2, which might as well be the same thing. It was like an alternate line. Rangers minus 2 against the A's, and the Phillies minus 1.5 or the run line against Colorado. And they both cashed. And so I think while you can hop on fading the A's, I got them at minus 105, and it has to do with the pitching match. But absolutely has to do. If you look at these pitchers and you look at it and you're like, maybe the over is the play because they might give up some dangers tonight, both of them. Maybe that's the safer play. But the A's are so bad, man. They're so bad. So I think fading the A's is just. I think that's like an automatic play. I'm gonna ride it out a little bit, see if that they continue to just be bad. When watching them last week, it's like this might be the worst team I've ever seen. It's that bad. I can't explain it any better than that. It's just they are so bad right now. So
their best. I can explain it for you. Their best player played 17 innings in the minor leagues before they needed to call him up.
Yeah.
Mason Miller, whatever that guy is. I don't even know his damn name, and he's already their best player, and he's pitched like 6 innings in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up right there. Tony Kemp is playing second base for them. That's another way to just sum it up. Yikes.
Yeah, it's bad. So,
and it's bad because now you're going up against Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, who have seen Ken Waldichuk before. He's given up 7 home runs, and he's given up a home run to Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani this year. Wow. So why is Shohei Ohtani at plus 425 to homer? Mike Trout's at plus 270. Shohei Ohtani's a better player. What?
Yeah.
That at plus 425. He's not pitching tonight. He's just going to go out there and try to hit dingers. He's seen this guy before. Let's go. Shohei
makes
Ohtani.
All kinds of sense. I like it. I think as far as offense, betting on whoever gets the A's is a smart move. It just is. Yeah. So
there's no way we can go wrong with it. Yeah. But going back to the White Sox one, I didn't give this out, but White Sox plus a half run in the first 5 innings. So if it ties, this actually wins. I think, if they lose the first 5 innings by 1 run, that loses. But at minus 105, I think it is good value. You talk about Lance Lynn and giving up homers, but it's kind of like when he gets into the 6th inning, like really when a guy sees him a 3rd time, he gets absolutely shelled. I think that I'm hoping, let's use the right words here. I'm hoping that the White Sox hit Chris Bassett. So I could see them, especially the way that they've been scoring in the first 3 innings in the past couple of games. I could see them getting out to a lead. Doesn't mean they're going to hold it, but they'll
With
get
that
out to
bullpen,
a lead.
Yeah.
That bullpen is just ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shohei to homer at plus 425. Cody's got the run line at minus 1.5. What's the odds on that?
Minus 105.
Minus 105.
Which is
There you
great odds because yesterday the Rangers were minus 175 on the run line against the A's. So like you get it at minus 105 with how bad the A's have been playing. Again, I think that the odds are because of the pitching matchup. Suarez for the Angels has not been good either, but he hasn't faced the A's. And I just feel like the A's are a team that for a lot of guys who've struggled, it's a nice like confidence builder. It's like a nice little get back. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe the Suarez guy
A's coming to town.
Yeah, like maybe the Suarez guy can get right today facing the quadruple A Athletics. So
they should change their logo to the. I mean, I guess single A is actually probably more descriptive of their team.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. So I don't know. I feel like that's just like I'm gonna ride it and for like a week and see how many times it hits because it just seems like an automatic play. I regret not being part of it the last week and a half. I've thrown like when they were playing the Cubs, I threw the run line in like a parlay, and of course it missed by like one leg, and it's just like, all right, single bet, let's do it. So
P. Will in the chat wants to know what are the odds that we will see Matt Mervis tomorrow. Also, when's Nick Madrigal getting cut?
Man. Madrigal's actually been hitting, but I just don't see him.
What about Morel? I heard Morel's hot.
Well, Morel is hot down AAA. I just don't see. I just don't think Morel and Madrigal can coexist on the same roster. So to me, the Cubs got to find a way to trade Madrigal at this point. It is increasing the trade value right now, which is nice. But yeah, Matt Mervis, this week, I would not be surprised if we see him this week. Tomorrow, I don't know. But this week, I could see it.
Hopefully.
Anyway,
I mean, Joey gets to use the graphic.
I wish DraftKings would give me that, but they don't know. So
Joey gets to use the Mash Mervix graphic, which is always great.
Right.
We're going to take a quick break and let you know about DraftKings Sportsbook. It is NBA playoff time, so that means it's big hoops action. Cody has a same-game parlay for you in just a second. But with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you can get in on the excitement of every game with the touch of a button. New customers can make a $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Plus, everyone can score a no-sweat same-game parlay every day during the NBA playoffs. Just open up the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a same-game parlay on any NBA game. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $10. I'll throw it over to Cody after this ad read because you know how long this disclaimer is, Cody. Download the app now and sign up with code CHGO. New customers can make $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. It is a fantastic way to build up your betting pool as well with those $150 bonus bets. I think our producer, Lawrence at CHGO, is still living off of his bonus bets when he signed up. But gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-505 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700 on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus in most eligible ages, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and specific state responsible gambling resources. Jesus, Cody, same game parlay me.
Okay. So we got NBA playoff action tonight. And I was reading on the Bird app today that Giannis Antetokounmpo will be back tonight for the Bucks, who are down 2-1 in the series against Miami. This is a must game. This is a must win for the Bucks, right? Like, I mean, the Heat had to play in the play-in tournament to get in to even get to this position, and they actually lead 2-1 in the series. This is a must win. And great players have legacy games, man. And we all know Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the best players in the league. So this is the Giannis Antetokounmpo same game parlay. Give me Giannis to get a double-double, Giannis to get a block, Giannis to get a steal, and Giannis to go over 3.5 assists. It's at plus 290. Honestly, you could, if you don't want to just do a double-double, which was actually only at minus 310, I've seen that thing got up over minus 1,000 before. I mean, the guy has averaged a double-double his for the season, his entire career, basically. Or at least it's close for his entire career, if not. And you know how he is on the defensive end. He's averaging over over one steal per game. The blocks, it's right around one per game as well. And he's averaged over 7.5 assists, I believe, in his last 10 games. So this, to me, this is a safe one. But if you want higher odds, you want to do points, do the over-under on points and over-under on rebounds. You probably get the over on 10.5 rebounds at better odds, I guess, if you want. I just did double because I also do think with him returning, it's only going to make the other players on the team play better. And I don't think he's going to have to. I don't necessarily think he's going to have to give you like this massive legacy game because it is Miami. But I envision him coming out and having a very, very good game. So,
well, how healthy is he? That's my biggest question. Like, can he go the full Giannis?
Yeah, but I think he's playing. I think him coming back, he's going to be able to at least give you a double, and that's why I put the assists in there as well at over 3.5. I think he's going to try and pass early and try and get everyone else involved because no matter what, he's going to cause attention, whether he is making shots or not. He's one of the best players in the league. So I think he's going to be able to get guys open shots, and hopefully that leads to some assists for him. Hopefully that's the one that hits early. And again, I just think he'll be active on the defensive end. That's why I put steals and blocks. And this guy, you know how many times we've seen this guy have 10 points, 10 rebounds at halftime? And he doesn't even really try to do it. That's why I just did that. Hell, he could do 10 points, 10 assists, considering how maybe he's not going to be as active early in the game. But I do think that because of where the Bucks are at, like he's going to have to come out there and give them a decent game. So
last year in the playoffs, he averaged 31, 14, and 7, basically, with nearly over a block a game and nearly a steal a game. So, I mean, this is just Giannis being Giannis, really. I mean, I don't even know about legacy game because you're right. I mean, this guy's just incredible.
Well, I just say it because they're down 2-1 in the series, and this like the best teams that go on to either win the NBA title or go deep in the playoffs. It's all like their stars show up. This is the time for the stars to show up. I know he didn't play the last two because of a back issue, but I just don't see that playing a big factor in his performance tonight, unless. The only way that I see this parlay not hitting is if the Bucks just blow them out and they're able to rest Giannis in the second half. But Miami's at home. I know they're 7-point dogs. They open at like 4.5. It's up to the last I checked, it was up to 7. I wouldn't be surprised if it's moved up a little bit more. I don't know. I think that game could be a little close. Maybe if I took the spread, maybe I'd lean Miami since they're at home. But betting against Giannis,
I think we're on the right
fun.
side. Yeah. I mean, I would double down, and if people do want it to be a little bit juicier, I got something at plus 800. But same vein of you, Giannis to score 25. Again, he was averaging 31 last year in the playoffs. Giannis to 5 assists, he averaged 6.8 in the playoffs last year. 12 rebounds, he averaged 14 in the playoffs last year, and then steal and a block, just like you have it at plus 800. So if you do want to get a little bit more specific and juicier on the no sweat, maybe that's the angle. But I think yours is a pretty easy hit right there, as long as he's healthy.
He was seeing that shoot around. Like there's videos on Twitter.
Right. Morning shoot
around. Like, just getting shots up, trying to, kind of get into game ready mode or whatever you want to call it. So again, we'll see. It's a road game. You know how role players struggle on the road. The Bucks are going to need this guy to come out and give them at least a Giannis type game. Not necessarily like 40 points, 20 rebounds or anything like that, but just they're going to need his production, just the normal production that you get out of him. And I think that parlay is normal production from him.
Absolutely. Let's move on now. DraftKings Sportsbook does have a superstar boost today in the NHL playoffs. Ooh. In the Devils Rangers game, and it's old friend for Chicago, Patrick Kane, for him to record a point at plus 100. Not a goal, not an assist, either a goal or an assist. He's on the power play. He's on the top line. I knew they had Panarin. I knew they had Kakko, their first rounder. Totally forgot they had Vladimir Tarasenko. This Rangers team is insane. They have Kreider as well. A ton of offense on this Rangers team. And Patrick Kane, in his career, nearly a point per game player in the playoffs. I think around 70 points, 77 points in around 82 games. So a little bit under a point per game a player, but basically this guy shows up and he's had a point in every single game so far. And I don't see a reason why he wouldn't record a point tonight as well. The Rangers have not found any difficulty scoring on the Devils, and I think that continues tonight. So I'll take Showtime to show up and record a point at plus 100. And then the other thing that I got, anytime goal scorer, we're going not to the English Premier League, Cody. We're going to basically the AAA version of English soccer. So I think I do need to call, what is that, maline.help, gambling help. And shout out to Jerome Powell, who likes Enter Valencia to score today. Fenerbahce in the Turkish league, they need to win, and Valencia is their best player. I've bet on Valencia before when I thought he was a good bet, and that turned on me. And usually his lines are at like minus 120, so I'm staying away from that. But I'm going to go to the EFL again. Chuba Akpom, anytime goal scorer for Middlesbrough. He used to be on Arsenal, so our guy Lawrence probably maybe recognized the name, but he wasn't that good with Arsenal. He played like back in 2013 to 2015 and played like in like 4 games. But now he's like 28 and kind of finding his like actual form. This is the best season of his life, but he scored against Luton Town in the 2 games that he's played against them back in 2020 and back in 2022 as well, back in December. So I like Akpom to score at plus 180. Usually for a lot of these premier scorers, it's lines that are near plus 100, or even for Enter Valencia in the Turkish league where they're expecting like 5 fucking goals in that game. It's at like minus 120 or even minus 195 on like a really sharp soccer book. But Akpom at plus 180 just seems too good. I think 28 appearances this year, 22 goals already. He went over to Greece, became a legend over in Greece, and now he's got all this swag. No, I'm gonna ride with him to score a goal today at plus 180. I also like him to either score first or last as well at plus 500. He's takes their penalties. He's just consistently getting touches, and as Connor says, he won EFL Player of the Year and has 28 goals this season. I think then what is it, 28 goals and 33 appearances or something like that. Yeah, 36 appearances. So not nearly a goal per game, but he's been pretty consistent. I think he's got 2 in the last 2 games.
Well, I like those odds at plus 180 then.
Hey, let's go. Right. Why not? It's a big game too, because it's 3 versus 4. So Middlesbrough is 4 in the championship. Luton Town's 3, and the top 2 teams get promoted to the English Premier League. So this is a big game. So awesome. I think the Stars show out for Akpom.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
You know me in soccer, man.
You know me in soccer.
I do know you in soccer. I see on your card you also have Jordan Montgomery over 5.5 strikeouts.
A lot of lefties.
I need to know why. I need to know why.
Oh, okay. A lot of lefties in that Giants lineup, especially in AT&T Park. I like 18 outs as well to be recorded. I just think he gets through 6 innings. That Giants lineup isn't the best. I thought it was going to be better. Hasn't been that great. And there's a lot of lefties. So Montgomery against lefties, he usually dominates. And I think just if you're getting through 6 innings, you're going to have the chance to strike out a guy an inning. I mean, especially with a team that is so power oriented with the Giants in that park. He probably gets through 6 innings, but I also think he probably just by volume probably gets over 6 strikeouts.
Okay. I mean that Cardinals rotation has not been good, but
he's been all right.
You're making a lot of sense here, at least on why. So
I mean, yeah, he was really bad against Arizona, but before that, I mean, the start of the season he was all right.
I was just talking about the rotation in general. Yeah. He's probably been one of their better ones. He was very good for them when he came over from New York last year.
Anyway, looks horrible.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised by that too. But
damn, he's got a year under 330. I thought he's looked horrible. Never mind. Maybe I don't know what I'm watching. Anyways, that's Cody Delmendo. I know we got to get out of here. Follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You got to follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you to Kevin Wells for producing the show today. Cody, you got a day off after this, huh?
Yeah, we got Cubs off day show at 3:30 here on CHGO Sports YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts for CHGO Cubs. We'll be back here at 3:30. We got Alex Cohen, who's the broadcaster for the Iowa Cubs, a Cubs AAA affiliate. He'll be on our show today. Again, we'll be live at 3:30. I think he's going to join us in the second segment, so should be a lot of fun. P. Will supporter. I know you're a big fan of Matt Mervis, so we'll probably talk a little Matt Mervis with him. So stick around, subscribe to CHGO Sports on YouTube, and yeah, we'll be back.
Thank you to everyone for hanging out with us. We appreciate Nick, KPW, P. Will, Jerome, everyone. Appreciate it. Talk to you tomorrow when we are, in fact, millionaires.